Hello, I'm Cristin Lee, and I am the Director of Sales and Business Development for Party Reflections Charlotte. And today I'm here to talk to you a little bit about thinking about how event rentals plays a role in your special day. So you're engaged, you're making lots of big decisions around what happens next. And most of the time, rentals is not the first thing you think of, as it shouldn't be. The one thing that I always share with anybody who's planning an event, wedding or otherwise, is to really think about what's important to you. So if you can figure out what's important to you, either as an individual for your event or as a couple, then you can prioritize and make really good decisions around A, how to spend your hard-earned money, and B, what is going to be important. How are you going to show your personality and your style and your how you're wanting to kind of launch your coupledom, if you will, by making those decisions, right? So always start first with things that are important to you and the things you want to prioritize within your budget. Now, where do rentals play a role? So venue selection is typically really important, and it drives a lot of the decisions you make. Because sometimes your venue might actually incorporate your caterer, but other times you might be creating an entire venue yourself. And that's when you would think of tents and those sorts of things. So let's just start with venues. When you go into a venue, obviously it's already gonna have a very specific look and feel. The linens you might need might just be linen, the rentals you might need might just be linen, or you might be doing entire tablescapes. You could be adding and upgrading a potential chair. You could be adding some additional lighting. All these are the kinds of things that Party Reflections and a rental company can help you with, right? When you start talking about tenting, you're basically starting from scratch. And the best thing about tenting is that it can be somewhere that you find to be really special, either to yourself or to your family, or somewhere that you've always looked at and dreamed, hey, like this would be a beautiful place to start our marriage. And so tenting, though, makes you really step back and think, oh, wait, where do the bathrooms go? How do the caterer make food out here, potentially in this beautiful field? What happens if it rains? What are the people going to be walking over? And those sort of things. And those are all the kinds of things that people on our team, our account executives, can help you with, because they can help you with understanding what kind of size you would need based on the size of your guest count. They can help you understand, wait, not only do we want people to have potentially a seated dinner, but we also want to have a dance floor. And we know all of our guests love to dance, and so you know they're all going to be out there. So then what size dance floor do you really need? The other thing to think about a tent, right, is related to weather. So if it's really, really warm, potentially, and you love the idea of a clear top tent, all of that is amazing at night. During the day, it's essentially a greenhouse, right? So you need to be thinking about potentially air conditioning or the minimum fans. Or one of the things that I've seen that I really love is a skylight option. So essentially you're looking kind of a white top, if you're going with a more traditional tent, and then a skylight option, so a clear top in one of the sections of the tent that allows that potentially maybe to be over the dance floor, so that all of your food and everything like that can be served safely in the heat when it's being set up, but then later on the night you have the open sky and you can dance underneath the stars. So again, lots of options when you start talking about tenting, and there's a lot to think about as it relates to considering a tent. The thing I'll wrap up with is that rentals allow you to provide texture. They allow you to provide a little bit of sass, which I think is really important. Rentals help you create a personality or a specific look that you're trying to accomplish just based on things that you love. And one of the things that I would share is that, again, be very specific about what's important to you and ensure that a couple of those pieces can show through and be able to represent how you want to start your marriage. Wherever you are in the process, our team is here to help you. You could be working with a planner, and we would love to set up a time for you to meet in our showroom and for you to actually play with all the product. And if you're farther along in the process, no worries, we are absolutely here to help you as well. The first step is really just to get set up with an appointment to come into our showroom, and then one of our account executives will help you from there.